If we assume goodwill and reasonable efficiency on the part of the two men, so that they behave like proper elastic connections, the ball will soon stop bobbing about. The time it takes to stop is called the relaxation time of the system. So let's erect a lot more poles. Try and imagine about 40 of them, arranged in a circle where our original elastic connection marks a diameter. Now let's join all the new men on top of these poles to the system by giving each one of them a piece of elastic and tying the other end to the central knot. These new members of the institution are not all equally proficient or loyal or hard-working, and we can represent that by giving some of them thin pieces of elastic and some of them thick pieces. The ball was disturbed while we did that, and I think we can bet that the relaxation time will now be extremely long. In fact, and this is really rather interesting, the harder all the men try conscientiously to manipulate the system so that it settles, the more unstable it's likely to become. Just imagine the chaos. Hey, George, stop pulling a minute. Harry, you pull a bit harder, and so on. In fact, if all of 40 men are each trying to give instructions to each of the others, we shall have 1,560 communication channels trying to speak all the time. You're right, it isn't going to work. The reason is that this system as a whole has too many possible states. Every one of those men on the poles may behave in a great many alternative ways, and these are permuted together to reveal the total richness of possible organizational behavior. If we consider the total number of behavioral configurations that are possible, we have a measure of the system's complexity. Let us turn this perception into a formal definition. The number of possible states of a system is called its variety, states.